Foot and mouth disease, known as FMD, is an acute infectious disease spread by virus infected livestock animals such as cow, goat, and sheep. It's spread through the movement of the infected livestock, and Indonesia is currently facing the spread of foot and mouth disease. To know more about this disease, we are going to talk with Mr. Denny Widaya Lukman, a veterinarian, to know more about this and what can we do to curb the spread of this disease. Thank you so much, Dr. Denny, for your time. So first of all, we would like to know, how do infections spread between livestock when it comes to foot and mouth disease?
Okay, thank you. Foot and mouth disease is specifically the animal disease. Yeah, it is caused by virus. Yeah, specifically the foot and mouth disease virus infects cattle, buffalo, goats, yeah, sheep, and pigs, and also camel. This is specific, but the susceptible animal is cattle, specifically dairy cows.
Okay, so how do these infections spread? Where does
Okay.
the virus came from, Doc?
Of course, the virus is transmitted from the infected animals, yeah, to the healthy animals through, for example, direct contact. It means if there is an infected animal in one barn, yeah, and then there are some healthy animals, in few days the healthy animals will be infected also. This is direct contact. Or through the indirect contact, such as vomitus. Vomitus is subjects that can transmit the virus. Yeah, for example, our clothes. Yeah, on the feet, and also like equipments from barns and so on. Even our sandals or our boots can also transmit this virus as indirect contact. And then this is the specific transmission of this virus is airborne. Airborne has been reported, yeah, from the long time, specifically in Europe and other countries, yeah, that were infected with this virus, and they reported that the virus can be brought by air, until 10 kilometers. Even reported the newest is until 50 kilometers, but the international standard is usually 10 kilometers.
So just by being in the same environment with the one who already had the disease, it can spread to other animals. Is that correct, Doc?
Yes, specifically the susceptible ones. Only the susceptibles, and the other animals like cats, dogs are not infected with this virus. Even human cannot be infected by this with this virus.
Okay. But from what we learned, human can be the one who transmit the disease.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, like a carrier.
Okay.
Carrier. It means that our attitudes or our clothes, our boots or sandals can transmit the virus from the infected animals or infected area to other healthy area or other healthy animals. So we could be a carrier or a transmitter, or in epidemiologic term, they are called as vomiters.
So could you describe to us what are the symptoms of cattle or goats or sheep who got the disease?
Yes, the symptoms is very clearly in cattle, specifically in dairy cows. There are some blisters, yeah, in mouth, in lips, in tongue, and then between the hoof or between the hoofs. And in dairy cattle, of course, there is also blisters on teeth. This is, and sheep and goats are not clearly showed the clinical signs or symptoms, but they can carry the virus and can also spread or shade the virus into the environment.
Let's say when a group of cattle got the disease, what will happen to these animals?
Yes, actually, if the cattle has a good immunity, they can survive, or the clinical size is not very severe. But if they are in low immunity, of course, the clinical signs are severe. Uh, Usually, yeah, the cattle, if they the cattle has some blisters on their mouth, they cannot eat. Also, this is the problems. Yeah, they cannot eat because there are some blisters and they are afraid to swallow the feed to their mouth. Of course, like us, if we have blisters in our mouth, we cannot eat very well.
What really concerned the people right now, Doc, will it be safe for us to consume the meat that taken from the animal that got infected by the virus? Will it affect us, the human being that consume the meat, and will it affect the quality of the meat itself?
As I mentioned before, that foot and mouth disease cannot infect human, so it is safe if we eat meat and milk from the infected animals. It is very safe. But from the public health point of view, of course, if we want to consume meat and milk and other food, they should be treated or heated, because of other microorganisms that are very or more harmful than this virus, because this virus or the FMD or foot and mouth disease virus is not zoonotic disease.
So what do the farmers have to do when their livestock got infected with this virus, Doc?
Okay, the farmers right now knows how they should do or they must do. If in the new area, of course, they have to report it, the clinical signs that they found to the veterinarians in the local government, of course, because it should be respond very early to prevent or to stop the next spread of this or transmission of this disease, because the spread of the foot and mouth disease is very rapid and very massive. That's why the farmers should know or should identify their cattle or their animals. If they showed a clinical signs like that I mentioned, they have to report it to the veterinarians in the government.
Do you think it's important to have the quarantine system for the cattle to curb the spread of the virus?
Yes, of course. Yeah. If, for example, in one farm, there is infected animals or suspected animals, the farmers should isolate these infected or suspected animals from other healthy animals. It is very important because as we know that the transmission of this virus is very rapid, very massive. That's why they are recommended to isolate the infected animals from the healthy animals, and they have to report it to the veterinarians in the government or other veterinarians that they can accept the treatment very early. So actually the quarantine is very important, specifically in the animal movement between an area to other area. The animal should be quarantined a minimum 14 days. This is also already in the regulations from the government.
Okay.
Before they are distributed to other area, for example, from the infected area, they should be quarantined in the place of origin.
We heard the good news, Doc, that the vaccination has arrived. So, from your point of view, how will this help the farmers' community in handling this foot and mouth disease?
Yes, the vaccine can help us very, very well because the vaccine can prevent the infection of virus in healthy animals. So, in the priority, the vaccine should be given to the healthy animals around or amongst the infected area. This is very important. Yeah, not the infected animals. The infected animals should be treated first or should be cured first, and then after they are healthy, they can get vaccination. So the vaccination is also internationally recommended twice until 3 times, and then we can make surveillance or monitoring regarding to the occurrence or existence of the virus in animals. This is very important after vaccination that we do the surveillance, to give the information for us that there are no virus again in the animals. It is very, very important. So the vaccines, but sometimes the people ask me if the animals is vaccinated, is it safe to consume? Yeah, if we know, so my recommendation or my suggestion is, if we know that the animals will be slaughtered in 3 weeks, why should we vaccinate the animals? Yeah, it is a spend of money and also spend of time. It is not useful. So it is very useful if we want to raise the animals for more than 6 months. So it is. But if we want to slaughter, or we know that the animal slaughter within 3 weeks, I recommend that this animal should not be vaccinated. It is useless.
Okay, that's a very important note also, Doc.
Yes.
We know that Indonesia is currently also working on our vaccine. How do you see this? How long will it take for us to have our own vaccine? And what's the difference between the vaccine that we are developing right now and the one that we received from the Europe?
Okay, the vaccine that we want to produce, of course, we make from our virus isolates, so our local isolates that infected our animals. It is very important. From other countries, there are maybe a little bit not matched to our virus, but we can use it, as a prevention. But for the long next time, we need our own serotypes of virus because it is very, very important or very useful for our animals. That's why. So according to the information that I got, regarding how long the production of vaccines, it takes minimum 2 months. So maybe in August, we have already our own vaccines that will be produced, or right now is being produced in Surabaya, in Pusat Veterinaria Pharma, Pusvetma.
So we hope that we will hear the good news on August.
Yes, of course. Yes, indeed.
That we can curb this virus, so people will have ease at heart whenever we have to, especially for the farmers. I think.
Yes.
I think it will be a very good news for them. Thank you so much, Doc.
You're welcome.
I personally learned a lot about this because I did the cover, went to talk to the farmers myself, and thank you so much for the explanations. And we hope that this disease will come to an end as well.
Okay, I mean, thank you very much. See you later.